News at 6.
Good evening and great to have you with us as we wrap up another busy week. Happening tonight, the New York State Assembly is debating a bill they say would limit the governor's emergency powers. State senators passed the bill this afternoon. The vote split down party lines. Western New York's 2 Democratic senators both voting yes, and 4 Republican senators joining the chamber's other Republicans, all voting against the measure. They argue the new restrictions in this deal just don't go far enough.
Ayes 43, nays 20.
The bill is passed.
After hours of debate in the state legislature, the Democratic-led Senate voted to limit the emergency powers granted to Governor Cuomo at the start of the pandemic last year. The vote yet to be taken at this hour in the Assembly.
It returns us to a more regular order where we have increased oversight.
In a vote split down party lines in the Senate, Republicans slamming the legislation, saying Cuomo can still maintain control over hot-button issues.
This bill is nothing more than a wolf in sheep's clothing and an extension of the status quo.
The new law keeps any existing directive in effect for 30 days and allows the governor to extend or modify existing directives, but must give 5 days notice for review and comment.
We are revoking his authority. The governor no longer has the authority to issue any new directives.
Friday's repeal, the latest hit to Cuomo, who is facing new turmoil over his administration's handling of COVID-19 nursing home deaths. The New York Times and Wall Street Journal are reporting the governor's top aides altered the health department report on nursing home deaths last June, deliberately lowering the death toll.
We feel our vulnerable are being used for politics, and that's unacceptable.
Some people with loved ones in nursing homes, including Marcella Goheen, not surprised, but hurt.
These vulnerable loved ones that live in facilities, they're human beings, they're residents, they have residence rights. It seems that they've been lost in this entire pandemic over political play.
Assemblymember Monica Wallace, who co-sponsored the bill to repeal Governor Cuomo's executive powers, calling the nursing home data revelation, quote, beyond disturbing.
I do think if it turns out that there was an intentional misleading of the public and an intentional misleading of this body, that is something that we need to address as a legislative body.
I spoke with UB political science professor Jacob Nyheisel today on this issue and asked him, with the accusations about nursing home data and the sexual harassment claims against the governor, are the walls closing in on Cuomo?
Yeah, I think it's useful to remember that we've kind of been here before, with the Buffalo Billion scandal and, others, individuals involved with that really reached into the governor's inner circle. And, some people went to jail for that. And yet, he came out largely unscathed. I mean, the timing of that was before the last election cycle, and really the voters didn't see fit to throw any of that blame on the governor himself. So, we've been here before. I do think that this one seems to have more weight because it's hard to ignore the totality of the different, scandals or perceived scandals that are going on.
Of course, we will be following this story as it unfolds, both online at WKBW.com and right here on air as news breaks.